Hello, how's it going? We are back for some more Daily Race B in Gran Turismo 7. We are about to go into a race in about a minute's time. We're at Monza in the Gr.3 cars, getting very close to A+. So I thought we'll do another night on Gran Turismo because it's been good races. The next week's races don't look particularly good for me, so I might not play much next week on Gran Turismo. So I thought I'd get an extra session in now and see how we go. So hopefully we'll get some good races tonight. I was just going to stick a poll on one of these. So let me just finish this poll off for the race stats. And then we will be ready for the race. There we go. That is done. And OBS is behaving itself. That is a good sign. Because OBS often doesn't behave itself. So we've got a race in 12 seconds. So let's see what we get. Let's just move this window. Because I wanted to try and get on in time for the half-past race. That was the plan. Right, let's see what we get for the first race. Hopefully the audio is okay. Oh, great. The guy in first is actually the very top time. He's the world #1 at the moment. I've just been chasing his ghost. So this is a good start. Yeah, and the guy in second is also an A+. So what a good start. Top time in the world. I was going to say something, but I'll wait. Oh, this is going to be an interesting race. They're just going to go. Hey, Dildozer. How's it going? Have you tried Mac? That might work. Mac, or maybe some sort of Gillette sponsorship. Hey Seth, how's it going? Fair enough. I mean, it's not unusual for babies to be covered in hair. But anyway. See how this race goes. Well, I don't want to put the guy off in first because he's literally the world #1. Oh, great. And there you go, punted someone off. Great start. Well, this is going well. I mean, he proceeds to kill the world #1, or one of them. Made a right mess of that. Welcome to Gran Turismo 7, everyone. The races aren't normally like that to start with. Or maybe they are. It's Sunday night, isn't it? I mean, first race of the night, no warm-up. There we go. That's what happens. Just got to try and stay in this position and gain some DR out of it now. And hope for some carnage up front. I can't believe I messed that up so bad at the start. I've not done that once yet. No, I don't watch F1, so I've not seen it. A couple of penalties going on. I just need to keep tabs with these cars up front. If I keep tabs with these ones, they've got penalties, so I might be able to get another position back. So I should hopefully beat this guy to the corner. It's going to be close though. Corned beef pasty is going to be like way away from everyone. Such a tricky chicane, that. Very easy to go into the gravel. Very easy to spin your tyres up and spin out. A little bit slow through there. Trying a different line through that corner tonight. Hey, you two, how's it going? Very good. Thanks for popping in. Thanks everyone for popping in. Much appreciated. Don't forget to leave a like if you haven't already. Consider subscribing if you are new, of course. Just double tap if you're watching on the vertical stream. And don't forget to give those emojis a tickle as well. Hey, Kyle. It's quite tricky to read chat on this race. It's one of the more awkward ones. It's not a particularly streamer-friendly race, this one. It's a fair bit of concentrating to be going on. The cars in front are just pulling away, though. Just trying to be careful to avoid the penalties I've gone. Looks like there was a bit of carnage behind. The gaps have gone massive behind. Gives me a little bit of breathing room. Purple sector. I'll take that in this lobby. I should come out of there in third, really. And then change up to fourth. I'm losing too much speed. I mean, it's a good start. At the first race of the night, with hardly any practice. The guy in first place is the one with the #1 time in the world on it. So, we're not catching him. In fact, I was just chasing his ghost for a little bit of practice before the race started. So we've got 2 seconds behind, 2 seconds in front. And the guys in front have all got the slipstream. And I'm sitting there on me Todd with nothing. Hit the brakes a bit late there. Tyres must be starting to go. Hey, Happy Eagle. There's he going. Thanks for popping in. Hope you're good. We are streaming horizontal and vertical, by the way. So if you do see some messages or me responding to some chat that you've not seen, that will be why. There's a link in the description of the the vertical stream for the horizontal one, if you prefer that. Oh, third gear and that is a bit risky. Fourth gear is a lot more stable. Yeah, I could do with that, couldn't I? Smoke and oil. Get some James Bond gadgets going. I mean, we've lost half a second. I could go flat through there, but... losing loads of time on that corner. Oh no. It was just a slow exit, slow entrance to the corner, and then a fast exit. Mavericks. Possibly at some point, yeah. I know there was only a few trails in it. I was surprised how little there was. So I'm hoping they had more stuff. I'm kind of waiting for an update on it to see what they add. Because it is early access still, so I might hang on fire until they add some more stuff to it. I was trying out the update for Carmageddon last night. Not on stream, just sort of playing it. And they've updated the handling, and the handling on Carmageddon Rogue Shift now is so much better. It's really fun to play. That was close to penalties. Oh, we've managed to get the gap back anyway. Wonder if these two will take each other out. Super auto pets. You know what? I was tempted to stream that the Paw Patrol racing game when that came out just for a laugh, but I never did. Did you a Paw Patrol car racer or something? I was like, ooh, should I stream it just for a bit of a laugh? But nah. I mean, 5th place considering the start. See if that, well, the text message was, dog might want to come back downstairs. That's fine. One of the dogs went upstairs. I have no idea what Super Auto Pets is. Never seen it. Cheers, Melvs. Thanks for popping in. GG's. It's the first time I've done that this week. Absolutely messed it. First time, I just completely got the braking wrong at the start. I was very ambitious with that braking point. Where's Goyo? Has he left? I did wait for him though. Ah, oh, what a mess though. Hey, but we gained SR and DR, even though we actually, even though we took people out. I don't understand this game sometimes. Because normally that'd be, you know, I'd lose SR for that. Mind you, I don't think I actually hit anyone so much. Most of my games are racing games, to be honest. If I just whiz to... Hold on. Yeah, so we've got the ones we've been playing recently. Carmageddon, Trail Out, bit of Rocket League, Motorfest, PMR, Tokyo Extreme Racer, Arc Raiders, Natch, Forza Horizon 5, and if I clicked on there, there's a ton of others. So yeah, it's mostly racing games. Right, let's go in again. Obviously hit someone 2 on, it's perfectly game with the rest and lost the R. I mean, it goes. It's the way it goes. It's just very weird, the stuff in there sometimes. Yeah, I overshot. I massively overshot the corner. I meant to brake. I usually brake a bit later for the obviously first corner. I usually brake before the 100 board. And I for some reason, first race, busy reading chat, went way too late. So our quali time, we're still on the 1:49.053 from Monday night. And this is the guy who was in the last race. Cheers for the sub. See if I can pronounce that. No, I'm not going to be able to pronounce that, unfortunately. I'm using a controller, yeah. I only use controller. So yeah, 1:49.053, which I've not really tried to beat it since Monday. I did a few. Was it Tuesday? Yeah, it was Tuesday just before the stream. I got that on Tuesday because I did a couple of races Monday. Couldn't click with it at all. Went back and had another go on Tuesday. Got that time. Complete fluke. And thought, yeah, okay, we can do this. I did see that, Mike. It's actually been out on PC, I think. It's just coming to console. So I think that Warhammer racing game is a PC game. Excuse me. I was drinking this tea before it was cold. Right. Let's see if we can get anywhere near the quality time. Yeah, there's a few racing games I'm looking forward to this year. We've got Screamer is out in a couple of weeks. That looks pretty cool. I think with the controllers, pluses and minuses to it. Some things about it make it easier and some things make it harder. Yeah, so other racing games coming out. We've got, like I say, the Screamer coming out in a couple of weeks. There's going to be Star Wars Galactic Racer at some point this year. That looks awesome. Some of the X-Criterion, a couple of X-Criterion people in that, so that'll be good fun. We've got... What else have we got? Maverick Games. Their one. I don't know if it'll come out this year, but we'll find more about it this year. That's going to be a narrative-driven open-world game, so that's done from X-Playground, bit of X-Codemasters, bit of X-Revolution, did Drive Club. So that should be good. Lighthouse Games, I've got a driving game they're working on. More X-Playground stuff from Forza Horizon. So there's, yeah, it's kind of weird. We've had arcade races kind of went out of fashion for a while. And now there's loads of them. Especially at the start of this year, there's been so many racing games. I've hardly kept up with them. Oh, there'll be so many this year. I think with the trick on that, Mike, is to do it before. Is to do a video of the racing games that are coming out. That tends to get more views than what's been out, because I think people have already read it, played them, and decided by then. But yeah, because we were doing Trail Out the other night, which just came out on PS5. We've got had Carmageddon recently. There's been PMR end of last year, which the next update for PMR should be interesting. So I might give that a go when the new update comes out, because I am, because I'm a Giants partner for that, so I should get advanced info for the new update of PMR, Project Motor Racing, for those unfamiliar. It's because they've been doing loads of patches. That's so much better than it was when it first came out. Oh, great. Just me and the number one in the world. Yeah, no pressure. Oh, there's Guybrush Threepwood in fourth. There's some names I recognise on there. No worries, Melvs. Cheers for popping in. Much appreciated. And the same to everyone else. Thanks for popping in. As always, don't forget to leave a like if you haven't already, because it helps the channel out, helps push the video out and the stream to other people. If you're watching on vertical, just double tap the screen, does the job. If you're watching on horizontal, you know, the old thumbs up. If you're on vertical as well, tapping the emojis like a nutter, just absolutely go hammer them. That helps as well. Much appreciated. No. It's annoying the way it does that. Just gonna type something. Right, let's not. Let's throw it right on the first corner. That'd be good. And get the brake balance set up before we start racing as well. Yeah, some of these names I recognise. I was watching Calster's stream the other day, because he's got a wheel now. He got sent a wheel to get some practice in, because he qualified for the nation, the manufacturers, and he qualified on controller, Calster. Probably the fastest controller player at the moment. Yeah, and they sent him a DD Extreme, and he was practicing with it. And he's like super quick. It's ridiculous how quick he's got used to it. But yeah, GG's Calster. He was catching onto that wheel super fast. I lose so much time on that corner. Just can't nail it at all. Don't give me a punt. Don't give me a punt here. Could do without that. That's better. That's where we want it. The guy in front's gone. It's going to be see you later unless he makes a massive mistake. He must be just grinding for some DR. He did overshoot that, the guy in front. I had to wait for him to come through, otherwise I'd have taken us both off. Going backwards here. It's no good. It's better. Well, I've got to try and see if I can stay in the slipstream for these guys. So far, it seems to be working. It's going to have to be... Oh, where's he off to? That's not the way. Hey, Valerie, how's it going? Thanks for popping in. Hope you're good. Purple sector. Mind you, lap 3. I'll take that. Too wide on that corner. I'll do alright, I guess. I mean, it's an A lobby with some A+ guys in it. Purple sector again. Cheers, Carrie. I think most of the guys in this lobby should be fairly decent. Especially the guy in front. He's got the top time on this circuit at the moment. Yeah. Monza's not great. It took me so long to get the hang of this circuit. Especially in these Group 3 cars. Proper struggle to get it right. It's not a track I've raced an awful lot, especially in Group 3. And the meta car for this week, which is the Dodge Viper, is another car I'm not that familiar with. I've only used it once or twice. A little bit better. Yeah, I'm on a 140, is it 9.0? Something like that. I'll show the quality time at the end. Ah, that might be a penalty. Cut the corner. Rubbish. Did it let me off with it? Yes, it did. Amazing. In the D lobbies. I just keep practice. I used to be in the D lobbies. I used to think they were ridiculously quick. I'd never be able to get out of them, but here we are. Just keep practicing. Keep practicing, watch the replays of the faster drivers, and follow their ghosts around. I would imagine in the D lobbies, it ghosts a lot. It ghosts a lot less in the A lobbies. Cars are bunching up a bit. Made a couple of mistakes. I could have caught up with these. I think the guy in second is holding up the guy in third a bit. Oh, he's got another penalty. Right. They've dropped that back behind. That's good. Hey, Mirabella Panchea. How'd you pronounce that? Hello, though. Thanks for popping in. Ah. Too tight on the angle. One lap left. Decent gap behind. I'm trying to concentrate on not getting penalties, mostly. But yeah, there's a couple of corners I'm quite slow at. I don't push as hard in the race, though. Because the penalties are pretty brutal. Gonna have to brake early for this bit. Just lost a bit of time through there. Don't get enough run up to catch up with them off this, because the finish line's so close. Not a bad run though. Yeah, it's just getting that rotation, I think, for the third drop. Just lack of confidence on that corner, I think. But decent finish. I'm running it through a PC, Valerie. I've got it. I'm streaming through OBS, so I'm using a capture card on a computer. I mean, we should gain some DR from that as well. Hopefully SR. Oh, cheers. Yeah, so I think a lot of people, you know, they'll start off streaming direct from the console, and then they tend to move on, get a computer, start using OBS and stuff like that. I have been thinking of switching over to Meld instead of OBS. Clean race. Oh, that's good. It's a rare one. Clean race on this. So Abu Faisal lost a bit of SR. Relatively uneventful race, that, apart from losing a couple of places at the start, and then we managed to keep hold of them. So where are we? So our sportsmanship rating is maxed out again. That's good. And our driver rating is getting ever so close to A+. Getting very close. Right, a few more laps. Yes, we're on a 149.053 on this, which was it was like 150th at the start of the week, but it's dropped down to we're 368th now because I've not tried to improve it really. I've been playing other stuff. A+ is the top for most people. If you qualify for the World Finals, so if you're like a pro level driver, you get to use an S rank. So really the very top rank is S, but it's only like, you know, a dozen or two people, a couple of dozen people who've got that, because it's the drivers who race in the World Tour Pro, well, World Pro Tour. So other than that, A+ is the top rank. Which would be nice if I get there, because it'll be the first time I've made it to the top rank in a multiplayer game. I was going to load his ghost. That's the guy who was in the last race at the start. He's top #1 in the world, time-wise. And he's over a second quicker than me. Oh, he's 2 seconds quicker than me. That's ridiculous. The maximum safety sportsmanship rating is S. Yeah, start at E. Both of them. So when you first play daily races, it will put you in E, lobbies, DRE, driver rating. DR's driver rating is the way it works. So you get you start off your first 5 races in E, and then it will put you into D lobbies, and then it's based on where you finish in the race. So if you finish, it's like an ELO kind of just normal multiplayer ranking system. So it's based on the players you're playing against in the lobby. But there's that many people who play this. The matchmaking's usually pretty good, so you tend to be placed with similarly ranked people a lot of the time. If you finish in the top half of the lobby, generally, like top 8, because there's 16 in a race in Daily Race B. So if you finish in the top half, you'll generally gain driver rating. And if you finish in the bottom half, you'll generally lose it. Not always, there's like rules to that. Again, it depends who else is in the lobby. But yeah, as a rule of thumb, top half you gain it, bottom half you lose it. And sportsmanship rating is based on how many times you hit other cars, go off the track, get penalties, that kind of stuff. So it tries to match you first on the driver rating, and then it tries to match you, on the sportsmanship rating. And like I say, because there's like thousands of people who play this, you know, Gran Turismo 7 gets more players per week than pretty much all the PC sims put together. So the matchmaking is great at finding players who are a similar skill level. On GT7, yeah, it works so well on a controller because the vast majority of players will play this on controller. Even some of the really fast guys. Hey, DT, how's it going? Hope you're good. Mine Bro's Finest? Yes, you do. The only multiplayer games you don't need PlayStation Plus for are free-to-play games. So if it's a paid title, completely overshot that corner. If it's a paid game, you need PS Plus to play it online. And this is a paid game. I don't know. Probably not for split screen though. It's got split screen. So I guess you wouldn't need PlayStation Plus for that because technically you're not playing that online. But if you're playing multiplayer lobbies and the ranked multiplayer daily races that I'm playing today, and you also need to, it takes a while to unlock multiplayer in this. It's, for most people, it'll take them a couple of hours to unlock it. So you tend not to get as many playing as you would. I was looking at the trophies, and the trophy for completing a race in sport mode is like, I think it's 11% of players have done it. So if it gives you an indication of the size of the player base on Gran Turismo, that for the weekly time trials you can get like 100,000 people entering a time in the weekly time trials, and that's only, say, you know, maybe 15 to 20% of the active player base. Yeah, so many people play Gran Turismo. I mean, it's nowhere near as in depth of, you know, the PC sims. But it's accessible. The racing's decent most of the time. You get punted off every so often. The penalty system's a bit of a mess. But, you know, can't have everything, I suppose. I mean, most people who stream this all stream it on a playing on a wheel. I don't think there's many of us who stream it using a controller. I know Radion does. Right, let's not try and not punt Gaio off on the first lap like we did in the first race. And I've been punted off. Ah, can't go. I can't get on the track because the car won't move because the grass is like ice on this. Well, this is going to go well, isn't it? First time we've been completely punted off on the first corner. Only 12 seconds to make up. Yeah, it's the first time it's happened this week. It's going to be tricky to make any of this time up, but we'll see how we do. I mean, it could even be a netcode thing. Because I didn't realise he was quite that close to me. Could have done without going in the gravel though. Alright, someone's had a bit of a mare. I think they've come off. Right, Operation Don't Finish Last, I think is the order of the day. It's got a penalty. Big penalty. Wow, he must have properly took someone out. Still got 11 seconds to make up, which is unlikely in 4 laps. But you never know. I'll check the replay at the end and see what happened. Ah, that'll be a penalty. Caught the corner. Yeah. Back end slid. I mean, we gained a couple of seconds back as well. It's really annoying. Hey, T-Rider, how's it going? Oh, okay. Well, we didn't lose too much time with that penalty. Car behind is still behind. We're less than 10 seconds away from the car in front. I mean, we've had a mixed bag. First race was a terrible start, but we finished okay. The last race went quite well. Okay, someone else come off. Yeah, this one we got punted off on the very first corner into the gravel and couldn't get the car out. Yeah, it's been, like I say, this week has been a lot better on this circuit than I expected. That's the first time we've been punted on turn 1. Bit slow out of that corner. I mean, we are gaining the car in front a little bit, but I don't think we're going to catch it. Thing is, in this, you don't want to quit out, because even when you like get punted off and you end up at the back, the temptation is to just quit and get some practice in for the next one, but you lose a massive amount of driver rating and safety rating if you quit. Which is a deterrent for doing so. First thing to do if you're having trouble beating your lap time is try not to go so hot into the corners, because that's often people push at the bends. Oh, I might have cut that again. People push into the corners and it slows their exits. But so yeah, kind of slow everything down a bit and get it smoother. Once you can slow it down and keep it nice and smooth, then start building the speed up again. I mean, we're taking fair chunks of time out of the car in front, but there's just not enough. We're in the Viper in this one, Gr.3 Viper, as is the majority of the lobby, I think. That was dodgy, caught the grass there, could have spun. Managed to save that one, just drift it round the corner. Yeah, getting a back wheel on the grass is never a good idea in the Viper. You might find that the AI will brake earlier than you can. So sometimes it's worth braking a bit earlier and see how you go. No, VR just makes me hail. So, no. I don't have the VR headset. I just don't get on very well with VR. So, it's a shame really, because VR itself is pretty cool. Probably lost a clean race, but we lost a chunk of DR for that. Unfortunately. Let's see what the... let's have a quick look, see what happened. I mean, we might not have lost a lot, but we'll have a look, because it's quite a good lobby. Oh, we did lose a fair chunk, actually. Well, let's have a look, see what happened. Yeah. He just tiny tap on their side. It's whichever view you're most comfortable with. Yeah, it was just there. It just because of the extra turn, the car was gone then. And once it got onto the grass, there's nothing I could have done about it. Did he get a penalty for it? Let's have a look. No, he didn't. Oh well. Yeah, 3-quarter I just got taken out. I think it wasn't deliberate. It was just a slight tap, and it was just at the wrong point of the curve. Because I just turned around and that little tap spun me the wrong way. And that was it then. Gravel. Not really. You can't really report anyone in this. I mean, if enough people kind of sent video footage to, like, the Gran Turismo Twitter account, then maybe someone might get banned. Yeah, I suppose it depends how there's defending and there's defending, isn't there? Yeah, no. I think it's kind of it's in a weird place, Gran Turismo, in that, you know, it's an accessible racing game first and foremost. You know, that's what it is. But there's a lot of people, the people who play sport mode, you know, are quite dedicated players on the whole, especially at this level. You know, to get to sort of the top end, people play it a lot. And especially if you want to be, you know, really, really quick, those guys spend a long time practicing. And the kind of things these players want is not necessarily what a casual wants. Oops. So whereas, you know, players in this lobby would like a more strict penalty system, people in C and D might struggle with it. Because there's lots of accidents happen. You know, people miss braking markers, they misjudge turns and stuff like that. And there's accidental taps and punts all the time in the lower skill lobbies. It's just the nature of it. A lot of the time it's not deliberate. But if people were getting bans and stuff like that, they just stop playing. And I think PD know that. It's the same reason you don't get many daily races which have got tuning and weather and all that kind of stuff on. Because it's all in the game. They just don't use it. Because it becomes less accessible. Because it's harder. And less people play it. On those weeks. It's like next week, Daily Race C. Daily Race C is Nordschleife in reverse. And there'll be lots of people going, oh, that's an amazing race. We want to do that. That looks really cool. But I can bet you there'll be less people playing Race C than there is this week. They'll all be in Race B next week. Wittonification. How's it going? But next week is Dragon Trails Seaside for Daily Race B, and I hate that track. So if I do race it next week, I'll probably be on my US account, not this one. I'm waiting to see what race A is next week. I might end up doing that. Because I'm not doing race C. And race B is a track I don't like. And I always lose tons of DR. And when I'm pretty close to A+, I'm not going to risk it. The daily race is next week. I'm trying to remember race A. We don't know what the cars are yet. But race B is Dragon Trail Seaside. I would guess Group 4. Because we're in Group 3 this week. Daily race C is Nordschleifer Endurance in reverse, I believe. And that's likely to be Group 3, but you never know. Daily race A is... I'm trying to remember what circuit it was for race A next week. I think it wasn't a bad one. Let me have a check. Yeah, reverse there. I put a community post up on it on Friday. Oh, I'm on pole. Great. Just where I don't want to be. Alright, let's have a look. Daily race A is Alsace Village. On whatever car has got sports medium tyres, which tends to be mid-range sports cars and performance cars, that kind of thing. Oh, you're in fourth. Oh, good luck. Good luck with that one. Yeah, so it'll be some sort of mid-range sports car for daily race A in Alsace, which could be fun. I don't really know the Alsace track that well, outside of like circuit experience and stuff. I don't even know I've done Alsace circuit experience. Let's have a look. Well, yeah, I hate Dragon Trail Seaside with a passion. It's just that chicane. I can't do 5 laps of it without hitting it. I know it's a bit easier in Group 4, but on controller you can't get... It's really hard to get the steering angle. But yeah, race C, Nürburgring. No thanks. I'm not a fan of that. Hey, Big Tony. I mean, it's entirely possible, but unlikely. If they were feeling particularly nasty, then they could maybe do it for race C next week. Do you imagine Nordschleifer in reverse with Super Formula? That'd be horrendous. Nobody would play it. They're just not popular, Super Formula cars in this. It's why it tends to always be GT3, GT4, occasionally GT2, or Group 2 rather. Because people don't like Super Formula. Decent chicane, that'll do. Hey Mark, it's been alright this week. I thought this race would be horrendous all week, being Monza. I thought we'd get punted off on Turn 1 every race, but it only happened once. It's been surprisingly good. And I really struggled trying to get a good time at the beginning of the week. So yeah, I thought I'd maybe try it once and then call it a night, but... Oops. Need to concentrate a bit more on that. Some weeks it's great this, and other weeks it's horrendous. Hey Tyson, cheers dude. Dude trying to break the slip for the car behind, but it's going to be tricky. So there's a fair chance he's going to go for an absolute dive bomb on the chicane. He's positioned himself for it. I mean, I got a decent exit. Just losing so much time on that. Didn't brake hard enough. Is he going to go for the move? No. Legend. Bump draft. He'll probably go for the move on the inside. No, let's go for the bump draft. Oh, don't go wide. First place for now. I think the car behind's quicker. He's just biding his time, I think. Yeah, he's going to go for a move, I think. I'm slowing him up. That was a little bit better. You have to kind of brake late for that corner. I reckon he'll go for a move up here. He's pushed it too far. He's got a penalty as well. See, because he went for that move, he's actually lost all the places. We've all lost places through it. Dirty tyres. Oh, a lot of going on behind. He was a little bit. He was quicker than me, though. Got 2 laps left. I'm not going to push it too much because these could easily make mistakes. And I don't want to get caught up in it. It probably would have been a track limit penalty. Trying not to tap him there. Wrong gear. Lost loads of time through there. Nearly went off. Should have got away with that. Just got to try and get a decent last lap. See, he's got the slipstream. He's going to bump me. Excellent. That's the right thing to do. That isn't. That's a shame. At least we didn't spin out. It's lost us a ton of time, though. Dirty tyres. Ah, that's a penalty. That's no good. So I'm going to lose a few places here. That was a shame. Penalty at the wrong time. Cost me a few places right at the end. Would have been quite funny if all the cars in front just took each other out. We lost DR in 7th. It's harsh, isn't it? Yeah, right at the end. Yeah, I got a penalty right at the end. Lost about, what, 4 places? Yeah, sorry for the taps, by the way. I was trying to stop. Right, where are we up to? Yeah, the dirty tyres are a bit unfortunate, but we've lost a little bit. Yeah, these races they've been tighter than they have been earlier in the week. Everyone's kind of getting used to the race, I think. Losing too much time on a couple of the corners. Yeah, I found the Viper alright. I thought it was easier than the R8 on this circuit, because the R8 hated the curbs. No, I don't really like the WRX. The brake balance is to help the turning. Oh, missed the braking marker. Yeah, because to help the car turn in, basically. There's not really many corners where it's going to cause the back end to slide out on you. You're not going fast enough. There's no real tight corners. Yeah, the WRX, it's the second and third gear. It's like the BLZ a bit. Oh, wrong gear. See how much time it's possible to lose on that chicane. It's ridiculous. If you get it slightly wrong. Ah, penalty. Cut some of the corner. Right, made it round. Thanks everyone for popping in, by the way. Good to see a few people in. Don't forget to leave a like if you haven't already. Double tap if you're watching the vertical stream, because we are streaming horizontal and vertical tonight. Well, as we do every night that we're on. Oops. Back end slid. It's just that tiniest bit. Back end goes. You've got to be surprisingly patient on that chicane. It's if you try and accelerate too early. You have to sort of roll it through. Make sure you're pointing in the right direction and then go. Because it just spins, the wheels just spin and you end up in the gravel. Again, it's mostly the slow entry. If you go into it slowly and try and get speed out of it, because that's too wide. And short shifted to third helps keep the car stable. I'm not turning early enough there, because you need to hit the apex to get the rotation. Slow lap, but we won't get another one. All right, let's see what race we get for this one. Yeah, I think that's generally how it is with the wheel. Because you can get more steering angle with the wheel, so if you turn it too far, you'll spin out. With the Viper, you want to make sure you're pointing in the, you've got steering angle input when you accelerate. Otherwise you go. Well, let's see if we can go a bit better in this one. I don't like starting pole. I'd rather be chasing another car. Yeah, I just don't. Not a fan of pole. I'd rather follow someone round and then kind of hope for trying to get them on the last lap. You lose out on steering angle with the controller as well, and the steering speed's a lot slower. So any circuits with quick left rights, you're slow on a controller. You can't get that quick left right in. And some fast corners you don't get the steering angle, so you have to lift, whereas a wheel can take you flat. Hey LVP, how's it going? $55k, nice. Oh, I don't think we'll get to A+ tonight. Lost DR in a couple of races, so yeah, unfortunate. And I probably won't be playing it much next week because of the races that we've got. You can see how mad that slipstream was. He just suddenly arrived. Right, Salma will probably go for it, I think. Look at the slipstream. Come on, tyres. I've got massively dirty tyres now. I'm going to brake early and let this guy go for it. Yeah, Monza's a good track. It's a tricky one. At least the game recognised I didn't go off there and I got punted. Yeah, because I came 7th and lost DR in the last one. Which is really annoying. Yeah, I've had some really good races on this week. Although I've missed that corner up twice. Need to stop messing that corner up. B or C? B, I would imagine. Probably the best racing I've had was the middle of B. So I had some decent races in B. A's quite competitive, and everyone's quite aggressive in A. So everyone's a bit more desperate to keep the keep the rankings. So especially in race B, they tend to go for moves that they shouldn't really, but then complain if you do it to them. Keep going wide on those corners. You tend to get a lot more mistakes in Daily Race B though, in DRB. So people accidentally punt you off because you missed the braking. So stuff like that's a lot more frustrating. I've seen people get banned for a week on PSN just for asking somebody else why they punted them off. Literally, why have you punted me off? And the person reported them for harassment and they got a week's PSN ban. So you can't really say anything in the chat afterwards. That's a better corner. Yeah, it's ridiculous, isn't it? Hey, Amanda. Car died. Couldn't really slow down then. No, I'm not German. Totally messed that up. Cheers, much appreciated. Kind words indeed. Yeah, trying not to get too worked up about it, because it's just a game, isn't it? At the end of the day. It's just good fun. Enjoy the racing. Don't want to stress it too much. No worries, Jakov. Oh, I've seen many people like that. Seen many people like that. I mean, at least we gained DR that time. Right, I'll do one more. See where we're up to. So we're kind of where we started, really. It's not really changed much tonight. Ouch. I've had weeks like that with the races. I don't think I've lost quite that many in one race. I've lost I think a rating and a half. Hey Amanda, I tend to just do the multiplayer, the ranked multiplayer stuff. And unlikely I'll be on it much next week. Because the races are horrendous. There's probably going to be some other games next week. I might give it a go on the US account, Daily Race B, but don't know. Just not a fan of Dragon Trail Seaside at all. It's just too unpredictable. Oh, nice. Well done. I think in this one, Melvs, as soon as you start pushing... Oops, missed the braking. As soon as you start pushing too hard in a race, mistakes creep in, you just end up losing it. Oh, nice. I think I've only... It's quite rare. I've had a top 100 time a couple of times, but not very often. I mean, in the beginning of the week, I've had it a few times, but it's gone by the end of the week. Because I tend to, for a normal week, I'll do maybe an hour or so qualifying on a Monday night, but I tend not to race it until Tuesday when I stream it. I might get 1 or 2 races in at lunchtime on Tuesday just for the thumbnail. 72 is good. I know my time was like 155th or something when I set it, but I've not really tried to improve it much. Whereas, like, you know, maybe 12 months ago, I'd have been like driving laps and laps and laps, just trying to get, you know, a couple more tenths out of the time. But I often find that I can do that, get a good qualifying time, and I kind of out-qualify myself. So I'm nowhere near that pace in a race, and I just suffer. So yeah, if my quality time is too good, it just messes me up in the race. Because I can't keep that pace up. I used to do it all the time. Especially when I was in DRB, I'd be getting times that the A drivers would be getting, and it just completely messed me up in the races. Normally I don't get too precious about the DR and that, but I've never been in A+, and it'd be nice to get there. Just to kind of prove a point, and then I've done it then, so... I know I've got the pace for it. I just don't race enough to grind it out. Well, that was when I went up from B to A the first time. You kind of drop straight back out again, and then every time I got into A, you stay there a little bit longer before you drop out again, and then eventually, you know, you stay there. So now, if for some reason I'll drop into a B lobbies, I find them quite easy. Which is funny, really, because I used to find that pace like ridiculously high. I used to think it'd never get out to B. And I'm knocking on the door of A+, so... It's just practice. Yeah, I think if I played just this, I would have been A+ ages ago. And I tend to concentrate more on gaining DR than I do like wins or podiums. I'm not too bothered about wins and podiums. I just try and gain DR out of it. That's sort of the main objective of every race, is to try and not do anything stupid. But if I played just this, then yeah, I'd have probably been A+ by now. But I only really play this a couple of times a week. I don't really study any telemetry. I've not used that logger feature at all yet. I'm not... If I was like, you know, A+ and pushing top 100 times every week, you know, those guys. Yeah, the Monday sweats, I like to call them. The Monday morning sweats who are always in Rory's lobbies. If it was into that, then yeah, I'd probably use the data logger, but I'm not that bothered, really. I just like having some good races. You know, being relatively quick, I guess. But I'm not trying to be best of the best. And because I cover like loads of different car and driving games, just don't get time. Let's see if we can actually get a decent result. Oh yeah, Faisal, I know his name. I've seen him like top of the leaderboard before. I've chased his ghost on various weeks, especially when it's road cars. I think he's really good with road cars rather than race cars. Oh, I've done it again. That's so annoying. Oh well, there goes the DR. I would have rescued that if I hadn't got hit. 30 tyres. Didn't work. That guy's had a bit of a he's had a worse first lap than me, I think. Oh well. To be honest, it wasn't really. It was my fault. I went off into the gravel. He couldn't do anything about it. Yeah, that was on me. Just unfortunate. Hey, Owen. Ah. That's what happens when you try and compensate for the other time. Yeah, it just happens, doesn't it? Yeah, I'm generally more annoyed if I drive off the track than I am if someone punts me off. I can't do anything about somebody punting me off. But I can do something about me going off the track. Like this guy pushing me wide. Hey, Nick. And the car won't stop. Car was not for stopping then. Difference in speed between this and that Porsche. That's not the way to go for a move. Yeah, it's tricky, isn't it? It took me ages to get used to that. That you couldn't just chase down the gears really fast. It freaked me out for weeks. Well, that was the best lap. Well, my best lap, anyway. That's a bit better. Best have done that corner tonight. I'm always worried about getting a penalty on that one. Because the penalties are actually killer on this. we get a pile up in front, there's a chance. Oops. That was a bit ambitious. That's probably a penalty. The car skidded. Oh, we got away with it. Awesome. Penalty for the car in front. We'll mess that corner up. So you on a wheel? Or you on controller as well? Oh, that was lucky. Well, hell, that better needed. He tried to push me wide and ended up losing it. I mean, I'm not that bothered about fighting over 13th place. Do it. Shaz, how's it going? Just lost out. Oh, what a mess that was. We'll have lost a ton of DR for that one, because there's a load of B drivers in it. That'll be a right chunk of DR. Didn't lose any SR though. Yeah, that's a good chunk. We're kind of doubled away. We've lost about as far away from the end as we were. We've lost in that race. Right, I'm gonna have to do one more. Don't want to end on that one. Oh, nice. Hey, Emilian, how's it going? Yeah, I'll do one more. Yeah, don't like ending on the ones like that. Although we've had 2 like that. It might just be because it's late. Didn't load a ghost. But we'll get the times in now, because like I say, probably won't be playing it much next week, with next week's races. Unless Race A is a particularly good combo next week. I know it's Alsace Village, but it's going to be a mid-range sports car, sports mediums, I guess. It's been interesting to see what it is for Race A. Then if DR and SR is turned off, it's not much point. I don't have an Asia Pacific account. I've never set one up. I've got a US account. The US servers are quite mixed bag. The US servers, you get some really fast people, and the players either tend to be like super respectful or very gung ho. There's no middle ground on the US servers. You get the ones who treat it like a serious motorsport and like super clean. You know, let you back in if they bump you off and stuff like that. And then you get the others who just go like a bull in a china shop. It's quite weird, the US servers. And you actually get some of the DRS guys race on there. I've been in a couple of races with an SS driver. And I thought all those guys tended to save their S-rated accounts for just the World Tour races. Get out the gravel. I mean, I do love a bit of Wreckfest. So I quite like some of the arcade races. Yeah, that's what I mean. The World Tour drivers in the US lobbies. I didn't think they tended to use those accounts. I thought they'd, you know, most of those guys have second accounts for doing dailies, so they don't ruin the rating. But yeah, I do like the arcade races though, because there's no expectations. You know, punting people off is all part of the fun. It's funny how far the cars slide in this. So one thing GTA needs to do is sort the grass out. Grass isn't that slippery. The only way grass would be that slippery is if they watered it. Any other driving games, you can kind of just get across them. Oh, okay. Yeah, I can't remember. I don't know which country they were from. Oh, we've got A pluses in here then. This is going to be interesting. Yeah, there's I think he was from Chile or somewhere like that. Yeah, someone from Chile, I think it was. I'd seen him a couple of times in races. Which is, it's always off-putting. It's like the races that I was in the other night where we had, well, earlier tonight, we had the guy who's got the #1 time in the world was in the races. And you think, oh, great. Chafer, I follow his ghosts quite a lot. No, it wasn't in Australia. It was someone else. I don't know if it was Chile, but it was a South American country. It wasn't the name I recognised, which I thought was odd. Yeah, Chafe, I follow his ghosts quite often in races because I quite like when I'm trying to follow laying the tracks. Excuse me. I quite like how he drives. Sort of, it's an easy ghost to follow because it's a bit more similar to the way I drive it, I think. Just faster. He's just quicker at it. But the kind of lines he takes. I always find that some ghosts I like just following, and other ghosts I'll try him and I just thought, no, I don't like how he's driving. I'll switch to a different one. Yeah, we did do that. Alright, let's see if we can end on a good one. This definitely will be the last one because I've got work tomorrow. And it's midnight. I thought that was going to get a bit hairy through there. But fair play. Not sure what the Indian driver's doing. There's no wheel any day. I'm always on controller. Oh, don't tap me into him. See you, Nick. Thanks for popping in. Oh, this is going to be very hairy. Come on. Oh, thanks. He's put me in the gravel. That's a penalty as well. And a terrible line through there. It must just be that time of night. Because all the races have been really good this week until it hit midnight. Oh, sorry, about 11:30. And then they all went pear-shaped. Cheers, Nick. Kilo 1988. That's it. That doesn't bode well, does it? I knew he was going to massively overshoot by the line he took. Speedy went past me on that corner. I'm always really don't want to hit anyone. I'm not really confident enough to drive close to people without punting them off. So I tend to let people just kind of have the places. Because I figure I'll get them back at some point anyway. And that player keeps overshooting the corners. I think I cut that corner. Yeah, I did. Hey, Buster Buzzcuts. This is PS5's Gran Turismo. I don't know what he's complaining about. He bounced off me. There was another car on the inside. I wasn't going anywhere. It's very much double standards in this. And People are generally fine about running you off into the gravel, but as soon as you do it to them, it's the worst thing in the world. It's very much a thing on Gran Turismo. It's fine for them to bump you, but as soon as you bump someone else, oh no, it's sky's falling in. Which I always find quite amusing. It's just part of the way the game is. See, I find A-Lobby some of the worst in the game. I've always said this, the A-Lobbies are like super aggressive. And people go for unnecessary moves because they don't want to lose their A rating or they want to try and get to A+. So everyone takes unnecessary risks because they all think they're the best driver in the world. And then they all roll out that Senna quote. Oh yeah, the very top end of A+, then yeah. You know, those guys know how to race. It's the Wild West. Saying that, the border of any two ranks is generally pretty ropey. I think there needs to be a B+ rank in this. I think the gap between B and A is too high. My tyres are cooked. Yeah, tyres are absolutely wrecked. I mean, they're not wrecked, but I can tell the difference. The difference in the lobbies is massive, though. I think it's more the attitude of the drivers rather than anything, even though it's only a small rating. Like I said, everyone in A is like super aggressive and the difference in pace is noticeable. Like in B, if you make a mistake, most of the time you'll get away with it. If you make a mistake in an A lobby, you lose 3 places. Nah, concentration's gone now. Concentration is out the window. Yeah, I think so. I haven't got the confidence of racing against other people in, you know, closely. Because I tend not to race enough. I can do single laps fast, but racing I find really hard. And the decision making in it as well. It gets easier over time, but Robinson wasn't happy. Let's see what happened. We'll have a look at the replay. Curious to see what happened. Yeah, because like I said before, I'll get a fast lap time, and there's no way I can keep up with that in a race. I mean, I can't have been that bad. I don't think I lost any SR, did I? No, didn't lose any SR. Driver rating has gone back to pretty much where it was at the start of the week. I mean, my lap times have got better. Definitely. That's improved quite a lot recently. No worries, Nick. Yeah, it's because I used to be like, I'd be happy with the top 1,000 time, and now I want to try and get in the top couple of hundred times. Let's see what happened. Let's see if where Robinson is. There he is. So that's that guy. So he's racing there. I mean, it was just the yellow car. I had nowhere to go. The yellow car was going to hit me, or he was going to hit me, so... Bad luck there. I left space for the yellow car, and he was right behind it. He should have followed the yellow car through. I can't be in two places at once on the circuit. What's he expect? Either the yellow car was going to hit me, or he was going to hit me. Yeah. I can't be in two places at once. So the yellow car's coming up. I see the yellow car. So I thought, well, I'll give him the inside. I stayed out, and then to give him the inside, and then he doesn't go. Yeah. That was his fault. But it's always easy to blame someone else, isn't it? He'll look at the replay and go, oh, I forced him off the track. Might be a good one for a short, that. But anyway. Oh, it's ridiculous. It's like most of the time it's fine. Oh, let's get our roulette zone. I don't mind if someone accidentally does it. You know, it's the way it is. It just happens. It's if someone deliberately tries to punt you off. That's annoying. I know mistakes happen. It's like I'm saying, I'm more annoyed if I make a mistake than if someone else does. Because I can't control what someone else does. But if I mess up, it's more annoying. Let's open these before we finish. Ah, such a tease. Tiny little cheer for that. Let's see what we get for this one. I mean, I'll take that over the cars. Fair enough. Right, that is me done for tonight. Thanks everyone for popping in. Thanks for the likes and the subs and chatting, because otherwise it's just me talking to myself. So I will be back probably Tuesday. Don't know what it will be yet. It depends what the race A is next week, I suppose, and whether I fancy doing a race B on the US servers. Not sure yet, because yeah, I'm not filled with hope over next week's races, and there's loads of other games to play, so I might do something else next week. We will see. But anyway, thanks again. I will catch you next time. Until then, bye for now.